I hate to rip the bandage off like that. No one else seems to be talking about it, so I'll say it. This is about a much bigger issue of where is our province going, and do we actually want a functioning economy in this province? I'll put it another way to you, and this may be a bit more provocative, but I'll say it. We have 1/3 of the First Nations in our country in British Columbia. Some may look at that and say that's a blessing. Aren't we lucky to have that many rich cultures in one jurisdiction? And I mean that quite genuinely, by the way. I don't mean that in any way sarcastically. But of course, there's a challenge with that. We've got 1/3 of all, and our province has only settled some of the need for outstanding treaties and the claims, relatively small proportion. So do you want to know the perversity of that situation? In terms of affording reconciliation in a way where we can still keep a healthcare system and have roads and maybe someday buy some new ferries, we have a need to have more mines, more pipelines, more nuclear, more forestry, more mining, proportionally than any other jurisdiction in the country. I said it. It's true. How are we going to afford this? Again, this is the perversity of the situation we find ourselves in, that in order to meet the obligations that our public government has, the idea of leaning away from development, we're in the opposite situation. We need to be developing at a rate that exceeds any other jurisdiction proportionally in the Federation, because we have a much bigger task in front of us. Yes, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island might have some outstanding claims. They are dealing with maybe a dozen First Nation, 2 on Prince Edward Island. We've got 200. The numbers don't work here unless you have the single most robust economy in the country. So I hate to rip the bandage off like that, but I think we're at a point no one else seems to be talking about it, so I'll say it.
So obviously this is a pretty monumental decision in the court. And now you have more and more people talking about, well, we just need to start coming up with some money to just pay them, right? Is that kind of what...
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not sort of saying just pay them. What I'm saying is that capital is finite.
Yeah.
There's only so much land. We can only grow our economy so big, but it better be bigger than what it is today, and by a significant margin. I don't mind paying taxes, but I want to see my taxes do something. We improve the downtown east side. We're settling treaties with more First Nations. We're treating those First Nations not first past the post, but if you've got bad drinking water, we actually have money to help those First Nations. We're promoting economic development. We're getting jobs for British Columbians. We're proud to call ourselves British Columbians, which I am, as opposed to a resident of British Columbia, which I think our government wants us to call ourselves now.